Hello, everyone. Well, this evening, Kim's back with our lessons today on the game of checkers. Last couple of weeks, we went over the stream of the histories of it and how we've become more is number one, the rules. We're going to show you this, which is of where the numbers begin, because a lot of people don't know. And you're probably wondering why it's green and white. Well, this will show you why it's green and white. Red on green, white on green. You can actually do a line. A lot of people go to uh, Walmart and stuff and they get the checkerboard and it's black and red. Well, if you have a black on black, red on black, the black on black, you cannot form, your brain cannot see that checker. You cannot form a line. You cannot see where it's going. And I call it a geometry. And that geometry is where we learn how to strategize how to get the opponent's king row. So what I'm going to show you today is the proper way of setting up a board. As you can see, I've got the beginner's board, which is laminated. So we're going to start with this checker here. This checker, this is the double corner. This is the single corner. Double corner will always be on your right. The single corner will always be on your left. So as we count, it's 8 by 8, but we only use 32, which squares. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll go back and we go 8. We go 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The 13 through 20 will be empty because this is where you have to have a place to move. So the small numbers will be your red, your white, the large numbers will be your white, always. We're going to start here at 21, 22, and we're going to go across right to left, till we get to 32. This is how your board would be set up. Now, for us to be starting and to learn how to play the game, we have to have rules. Rules are each man's equal at the same time. If you're going to move, let's say you're going to move. Let's say he's going to move. Now he's moving up. That means that this man has to jump this man. The rules are you have to jump. And then same here. So this is how I teach my children. If it comes up to where you have a position to jump, you take the jump. We also, if you have, I don't call it a game of no jumping and you just squish them all together. There's no end game. So each time that we in learning this, we're also learning the numbers. Now, if you go from the single quarter to the white single quarter, there's a math to this, and I like to teach the kids this because it kind of helps them. We go 4 and 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 and 3 is 8 and 3 is 11. 11 to 15 is 4. So it goes 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. So this is your line. If you come here, 5, 7. 5 and 8 is 13. 8 and 13 is 21. 8 and 21 is 29. So there is a math to this. A lot of people don't understand that this is what I call, it has all kinds of math, geometry, learning the process of how you play this game. A lot of people say that the 9-13, which is a lot of people start at, this is a losing move. That's a lot of masters say, but there's a game that starts with 9-13. The strongest move is 11-15. I call 11-15 is kind of like the base of the beginning of many games that can be changed. So we also, as I'm teaching this, I also teach them how to notate. And notating, if I want to know what I've played, if I've lost, that I would go, okay, 11, 11, 15, 11-15. That would be my move. Let's say they go 23-19. They'll write down 23/19. This would be White's move. Then it goes on. And each one of you will write down the Red's move and your move so that you can go over it if you've lost the game. In the process, we don't, like if you're in a tournament, we don't use the numbers because we have this board. This is also, it's a darker green. It doesn't make any difference. It still brings out the colors of your, let's just use these. It still brings out the colors of your checkers. A lot of gameplay shows this. This would be the tournament board that you would use. A lot of players, they say, well, you can't use that. Well, no, you can't. Because why? These two are your open board. That's their mistake. They always try to bring all their checkers here. This here is, I call the train track. This is where I can actually move. I can freely. So many players don't understand that when you play this game, you have a strategy you need to learn. I can see where that line's going. I can understand how I'm going to process it. I know how I'm going to capture, how I'm going to be able to keep this man from getting here. A lot of people say you keep your back row. Well, maybe so. But I call this here, this is dangerous for White. If you're seating here, this can be very dangerous. I'm just putting them wherever. Very dangerous. Because if this may show that there's 4, he's moved in this position, I can also go here. I can do either way. Does it make any difference? That's dangerous. Also, when you have an end game that is so tight and you have to give away sometimes, then you have to give away. That's for the position you need to get to king row. The kings, to me, when you get a king, the king can absolutely go back and forth. where it's going. The king can move front and move backwards. So if you have a king, let's say you're here, you can capture. But the king is, this is why you want a king. Your king is stronger than the little man. So when you're playing checkers, the main thing is to make sure that you learn the line. If you have a line that you see that you think you can get an advantage or strategy to that person, then you want to actually try. I mean, notating and writing down the moves, very important, but to learn it without any numbers is always double corner, the first back row 1, the first single corner 4, then come back 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then we can go from 13 to 20 to 32. This is where we absolutely need to show that notating and writing down, even though you lose and go over that game, you may find yourself being a better player. We have a lot of I know how to play. Okay, I play them, and I see that they play more giveaway than they play the regular checker game. The pamphlets that I'm making up are going to be then in the beginning play, which this week it would be how to set up your board, what the numbers are, and the notating and the rules. Just remember, if you don't want to get captured, you have to be able, you have to be able, if you don't want them to jump you, you got to cover it. If you don't want them to jump you, you have to cover it. You need to find the ways to strategize how you're going to play the game and how you're going to be able to learn the games. We have Lee's Guide, I have How to Play Checkers, and I have many of these games that come up with the old 14, and they have games that are some I never even knew exist. And I'll be going over some of these games like the Whittler and the old 14, the single corner, the suitor, double corner, the Edinburgh also, because when I see someone play a 913, I don't know if they know that game or not, but it could be intense. We also have Skullcracker, the octopus. We have some of these games that are just totally and absolutely far-fetched that you would never think that just a little board game like this could actually become in the books that many champions have played. So this is the 8x8. This is how it looks. If you want to learn how to play, and let's say you don't have this kind of board or the one I've got down here. Let's say you don't have this kind of board. Now, if you go and you use a chessboard, let me explain something to you about that. Chessboards are wood. If it's got a grain and you're using a chessboard, it's fine. But you also have to think about the grain of the wood. The wood has lines in them. Sometimes that kind of takes you off to where uh, your brain sees a line and doesn't understand that that's not the line you want to go, because the grain of the wood will confuse you. So I say, if you want a board like this, or just a small one like this, you need to contact me, for I will be able to get them to you. And then I will be able to help you in starting your journey of the game of checkers. That's the main thing. We want to start and we want to see. A lot of people don't understand the game because they never got the true how to play. There's books out there, but some of them, if you don't understand the basics, then you don't understand the book. So if you want to figure out how to play this game and you want to come and contact me, you can, and I will try and help in any way I can to get you the equipment you need so that you can learn, may become a champion one day. I really hope that everyone understands that this has been around for a long, long time, and we need to keep it alive. So, Miss Kim says, contact me, and you'll find me on Facebook, and let me help if I can. I appreciate your time, and let's uh, let's work on making checkers a true game, and let's not let it wither away. Let's bring it back, and let's bring more and older, just everybody. Let's learn together, and maybe at one other, you may want to go to a tournament. And if you do, I'm the info girl. I'm the mom. I've got the info. So we will talk more about this next week. We'll be doing we're going to do the old 14 next week. Next week is we're going to go through the old 14 game, and we're going to learn the basic, and there's a shot, and then we're going to go and teach you how to write all of that down to where you can step back and you can go over it and you can learn it. And hope to see you then. Y'all have a nice evening. Come see me next week. Bye.